slow day. It was a good day though. You either win or you learn, and I think I learned something today. That's awesome. That's an awesome encounter. I haven't seen a buck yet. I was at full draw. Oh, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure it was that deer from last night. Good afternoon, everybody. I just got settled in here. It's a nice day, about 55 degrees. I'm sitting here maybe 10 yards off the river, hoping to kind of observe everything that's going on here to the east. This is a good kind of observation tree. Not sure if I'll get any deer to walk under me, but we'll see. We've been seeing a good 9 up here. So, hopefully he wanders by me. I've got just tonight right now, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Getting up in the tree was a struggle again today. Just gotta get back into the groove. Everything's just kind of a mess right now. Oh well though. We'll get back into it and sit here for a few hours tonight. We've got till about 6:30, and then I'll get out of here. So sit till about 6:30 and see if we can find anything. It's 6 o'clock. That was the first 2 deer of the night. There was 2 does moving through here. Nice night. A little breezy, but I think the breeze is in my favor right now. Pretty much everything is blowing it towards the river, which is good. All the deer movement should be on this side of me, which is where the cornfield is at. We're gonna sit here until it's dark. And hopefully we see more than those 2 deer on tonight. Maybe something with a little antler. I just take a little antler. I just want to see one. I just want to see a buck. There. That's the goal for the night. See a buck. Just got in my pickup. It was a pretty good night. I saw probably 10 does, and right at the end there, I saw a buck whose main beam probably came out to the tip of its nose. And of course, it was so dark I couldn't actually tell. That's just what it looked like through my binoculars. It was just really dark. It's probably 10 minutes after last light, and I had to use my binos to get enough light to see the deer. But that's awesome. That's an awesome encounter. Had some great encounters with some does, and now I'm gonna head home, see what the wife is up to, eat some dinner, and go to bed. It's 4:45. I think there's about an hour left of light. I don't know. I need to check, but I think there's about an hour left. And so far I've seen quite a few does. Haven't seen a buck yet. Had a little coyote come through, but it caught my wind and got out of here. Got a bunch of squirrels playing around above me, throwing branches and stuff. It's been a really nice evening. No wind now, so hopefully it stays that way the rest of the night. That would be very good for where I'm sitting, because otherwise I think it's a south wind, and that's really not that great right now. Sit here until dark, and hopefully the big boy comes through. Just got back to the pickup. Took maybe 45 minutes to get out of there. Really didn't see a whole lot else. I ended up seeing about 4 coyotes tonight. At the very end there was a pack of 3 that came through. I don't know what it is with me and coyotes this year, but I sure have seen a whole bunch of them, and I haven't been able to get a shot on any of them, so... Well, I haven't been able to get a shot on anything, so hopefully that'll change. I'm all loaded up, and that's it for my weekend. I'm going to head home, eat some dinner, and hang out with my wife. Alright everyone, I just got set up in here. It went fairly smooth this go round. I'm about a stick and a half high, which is obviously not ideal, but it's kind of where I had to be facing the direction that I want to. Most of the deer movement is going to be to the east of me, so I'm sitting on the west side of the trees. We have a south wind tonight, and that really makes it difficult to sit in these trees with their north to south running and a south wind. You really can't sit anywhere except for on the north side of the trees. So I'm on the north side of the trees, and then also on the west side, so all the trails are to the east of me, and I shouldn't have crossed any trails. I'm behind this tree. I should be able to hide pretty good. I think it's going to be a very good evening. We'll see. We've never sat here before, and I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. It's November 6th in Nebraska. Let's get into some whitetail. Myself right now, guys. I had that buck at 35 yards, and I think I could have tried to make it happen. I think I was a little bit too worried about spooking it, but he was not focused on me, so I think I probably could have made that happen. I was at full draw in my strong side opening over here, and right before he got to the opening, he just turned and just went straight west. No, straight east. Straight east. And that was the last I saw of him. There was looked like a kind of taller 8 running through here grunting. I think he was out just cruising, scent checking does. I didn't get a good look at him. I don't know if I got him on camera or not. But wow. That had me going. What a great night. What a great night. They're all great nights, but some awesome encounters tonight, and finally seeing some bucks, so that's real promising. I think it's really going to get going here in the next week and a half. The rut's almost here, everybody. Gosh, that's exciting. That is exciting. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning so far. Sitting up in here, Nebraska, November. The rut is on, and it is rifle season, but I'm sitting out here with my bow. Hence why I look like a pumpkin. But it's about 25 degrees today. There's a southwest wind, which I'm set up pretty decent for it. And there's bucks chasing out here in the bean field, so nice, cool day. No wind this morning. Right now, just a beautiful morning so far, so I'm gonna sit here till about noon, and hopefully I can find something. Well, I already found something, but hopefully I can get something to come close enough. buck. He was real nice on his left side, but then on his right side he had kind of a little funky point. That was cool. He was probably 25 yards. 25 yards. Just searching, just cruising. He made a scrape over here. Deer are starting to move. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3:30. Deer are starting to move again. That's 2 good-looking bucks in a row that I had cruised through here. Just not quite the right one yet. Gosh, I hope you guys could see that. That was a sweet buck. He was 20 yards. I could not get a shot. 20 yards weak side with a whole bunch of brush. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome. What a great buck. Wow. Hopefully he wanders back this way. We'll see. Probably not, though. Unfortunately. Now I'm just sitting here thinking about everything I could have done different, kicking myself. If I would have, if I guess, but if I would have stayed up in the area I was this morning, he'd have walked right by me, and it would have been a strong side shot at 20 yards. But gosh, I don't know. I feel better about this tree in the morning, but in the evenings, I probably need to be in the trees I was over in this morning. Shoot. Gosh, that's awesome. I'm still shaking a little bit and just kind of kicking myself. That's just awesome. Saddle for maybe half hour, 15 minutes, and had one deer walk through in the dark, but it's windy today. It's about 20 miles an hour and about feels like 25 degrees, so it's cool. That's about what it was yesterday, just without the wind. I'm sitting in the same spot I sat last night, which I felt that this was a better morning spot anyway. So I'll be interested to see how the deer move through here. I think I'll have a better shot on stuff this morning than I did yesterday morning. Still, think about last night. I dreamt about that buck last night. I thought about him all night. So, hopefully I see him this morning and I can make it happen. the same buck that I was seeing quite a bit yesterday. He's a cool little buck, but not quite big enough. He's got a real interesting right side that just kind of looks a little messed up. Oh my gosh, guys. I am so sorry. I didn't have the volume on. Oh, shoot. I had shut it off because I was getting down. You guys aren't going to get to hear any of my reaction. I apologize for that. That's a rookie mistake. I was way too excited. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure it was that deer from last night. I just arrowed a buck. If you can't make out any of the words, I just arrowed a buck. It was mid-body. It was a little far back, but I'm pretty sure I'm still in the lungs. He was about 30 yards. I was actually getting down to go eat lunch with my parents, and I had shut everything off, shut the camera down, and I was on the top step of my ladder, and I turn around and he's just right there. So I grab my bow off the hook, and he starts walking a little bit, and I stop him, try to stop him once, and he doesn't stop, and then I do it again, and I finally get him to stop, and he's 30 yards, and it was probably 4 inches back, and perfect mid-body. So we'll see. He ran off, and I'm gonna wait here till about 2 o'clock, 2:30, and well, it's 12:15 right now. I'm gonna give him plenty of time. I'm gonna wait here till about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna crawl down, find my arrow, and kind of assess my arrow, and then from there I'm going to kind of decide if I'm gonna wait until 3 to actually start tracking or not. That's awesome. I was pretty worked up. My leg was shaking. I'm so excited right now. We just need to get down and find him now. Gotta give him plenty of time. Obviously wasn't extremely perfect hit, but give him plenty of time. And I had a few bucks walk up as I was making phone calls. I had a few bucks walk in also. They're starting to move. It just hasn't been a very fast morning, but there we go, guys. There we go. I had actually just switched trees at about 11:30 because I was gonna sit here for the night, because that buck last night walked right by this tree, and if I would have been in my other tree, he would not have walked by me. I wouldn't have been able to get a shot at him. So I got very, very lucky, and that's just so awesome. I'm so excited. I just need to calm down and sit here for a couple more hours just to be sure that he is down. It is a good buck, and I am going to be so excited and so blessed if I can find this deer. So another thing about this deer, if we do find it, is that'll actually be my first archery buck also, which is awesome. I've waited so long. I put in so many hours in the tree holding my bow, passing up so many deer, that
I was hesitant to shoot, and this one there was no hesitation. There was absolutely no hesitation. So if we find this deer, that's my first archery buck. That's just awesome. I'm so excited. I hope that nothing goes wrong with the recovery. I really do. I felt like it was a good shot. Obviously everybody really does, but I felt like it was a good shot, and guess we'll see now. Still 45 minutes away from crawling down, so I'll just hang out here with my own thoughts. Just got down. Now we're going to see if we can find my arrow right here. Got a pretty good mark on it, I think, where I shot him at least. So let's see if we can find it here. Pretty sure it was a full pass through. We haven't found the arrow yet, but we did find a speck of blood. Still not sure. It's, I don't know, just thick in here, lots of trees, lots of leaves. We'll keep looking for the arrow for a little bit here still. We just found him. We tracked him for probably 150 yards and maybe 2. I snuck up on him in some brush, and he wasn't doing too great. But I ended up having to put 2 more arrows in him. And yeah, just not ideal. Not a great blood trail. Just not great. I don't know. He's down. He's about 5 yards from me right now, dying. So it's just tough. You never want it to go like this, and unfortunately this time it did. It's just hard, but that happens sometimes with archery. There he is. It's my first archery deer, so my first archery buck. That's awesome. Glad we were able to find him. Took a good track job and took a couple follow-up shots, but we got him now, and it's a great buck. I couldn't be happier with him. That's awesome. Okay. Just got back to my backpack. Now we're getting out of here. The deer is currently floating the river with Jim, and I had to go run and grab stuff, and we're meeting back at my waders. But now I've got Jim's backpack on. All right, that's it for my weekend. I got him all cleaned up, got photos taken, all of that good stuff, and now I'm heading home. So thank you guys so much for following along. It ended up being a gut shot, and I ended up putting 2 more in him. There was some stuff I didn't feel performed as good as I thought it should have, and that's on me. So that's on me for choosing what I did. I'll definitely be making some changes, so I'll kind of decide what I want to do when I get home and thinking about it throughout the week. But I'm definitely gonna be making some changes. Other than that, I am thrilled. That's not as big of a buck as I thought he was right away, but I had buck fever so bad that I thought he was massive, and I am so happy to have him. That's my first archery buck, and that's a great buck for me. So I'm very happy with it, very pleased. He's going on the wall as a Euro, and we're gonna eat some back straps and get some sausage made. just phenomenal. I am so grateful for that thing, and I couldn't have done it without everyone. I couldn't have done it without my wife. Couldn't have done it without my uncle, my dad, the landowner even. So it's just awesome. It's just a great experience, and I am so happy about that deer. But I'll stop babbling here and I'll let you guys go. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and follow along with us for the rest of the season. We'll still be out in the deer woods. Brian's still chasing a monster. And other than that, I'll catch you guys later.